the reason I said that my man deserved it, not because we all started to like him. He started to get better. I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna argue with that, but it's because everything pointed to him doing everything other than what he did in that moment. Am I right? Comment section, where y'all at? Everything. Daughter shows up. Let's go. What?
So
man shows up. You should listen to your wife, Jim. Why? Who is you? Who is you, thug, that just pulled up out of nowhere in the daylight with a yellow suit on that's talking shit with no eyelids? How I have a conversation with you in your face while my daughter is telling me to run? Yeah, let me, the big bad tough guy, come and tell you, Mr. Ghost Man with no eyeballs, how I'm going to make this go. Let me tell you, in the middle of the monster woods, of which I have no weapons, nobody to have my back, nowhere to run, no talisman, no nothing. Let me get up in your face and thug the shit out of you because I'm a gangster, B. Yes, he got what he deserved because all signs were pointing to run in that moment. Literally, the whole Richard Pryor run, the whole entire like literally like run. Like there's no reason for him to do anything other than run in that moment, bro. And since he didn't, he got what he deserved.
If Jim was black, he'd be alive. There's no way someone popping up in the woods talking about we gotta go. And
we're gonna figure it out along the way.
I'll find out why we gotta go when we get to where we gotta go.
Exactly. You don't gotta tell black people 2 or 3 times.
No.
Like, we running this? What we doing?
Jim is one of those where you're in the woods where he's like, oh my God, they took Billy. Where's Billy? And everyone's like, Billy's dead. Let's fucking go. Yeah.
Exactly, bruh. I give him maybe a little bit of grace, but still being like, yo, hold the fuck up. My wife is who again? You know what I'm saying? Kind of being in that dazed era. But once your daughter shows up, especially after she's already kind of mad at you for making her the surrogate mom after you unfortunately have your incident with Thomas, now she's showing up and you're trying to get back in her graces by fighting the one person that you've never come into contact with. What was he planning on doing, Anthony? What was the plan? Listen, yo, hey, motherfucker, I said leave my daughter alone. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call the police. Like, what was the plan? That was a terrible plan.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, like, but he's tapping into like what a lot of paternal instincts are, right? If you see your kid, right, and there's blood on their face, you're probably not going to be thinking straight, right? You're probably going to be, you might turn a deaf ear to sense for a second, at least for a moment, to ask them the normal questions. Is this your fault? Do I have to pay some money for this shit? What did you break? Like, where we go? That's what you're going to start asking them, these simple, important questions. But this for Jim, it was more so like, hey, what happened to your face? Why does your hair look like this? But more importantly, what happened to your face? The man in yellow popping up at the wrong time, it doesn't look right? Like, again, paternal instincts. My daughter's bleeding. She looked like she'd been attacked. This dude look homeless. I'm putting 2 to 2 together. This is Central Park, right? Like we about to.
Oh man, I just also, with regard to the man in yellow, all right, there was some speculation that, I mean, he's one of the people that are already in the village right now, maybe in the future. My question for y'all is, I don't want to speculate because we're not going to get those answers. I mean, obviously I want to speculate, but not about who he is. We don't know who he is. But at least can we talk about how he appeared? Because he did say, knowledge comes with a cost, right? And so it's almost as if he's saying, look, the more you want answers, the worse things are going to get. So it's almost like he showing up is him showing that there are other layers to this place that we weren't aware of, which is what Randall's been trying to say to Boyd the whole time as well. Look, maybe dying is not the worst thing that can happen, but where does he? I mean, he's been here. He is the voice from the radio.
Yep.
So what, pray tell, is the incident, Nolly or Ant? What is the incident that caused for him to now walk through whatever wormhole he did to now be available for us to speak to directly instead of over the phone?
I want to say because we've reached the point where people are starting to figure out kind of not exactly like what entirely is going on, but the situations that bring them there. Because I think they're stuck in a loop. I think that they are being like reincarnated in living lives, but ending up in Fromville because they have not figured out what they need to do to get out of it. So they're in like an endless cycle. And I think figuring out the fact that they're in an endless cycle and that they've been there before is like a tipping point, because we also had Smiley be reborn at the same time. So there's a lot of things going on. So when there's so much shit going on, I feel like there's like probably like a tear somewhere where things are just going to have to come through and leave us with this shit show.
You think you feel the same way, Ant?
Yeah, no. I'm sitting here and I'm also looking at the comments. I see Carrie posted something that I've been totally thinking this entire time. Carrie put up I think the man in yellow is second in command. Maybe the first man that praised the entity and convinced the others. And maybe the boy in white is his son and was the first sacrificed kid, hence why they are both more powerful.
Whoa! Shout out to Carrie.
What you're putting down, Carrie.
Yeah.
So one time for Carrie.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for coming through, Carrie. Appreciate you dropping all this knowledge this morning. One thing I've been saying is that I don't think the man in yellow is the final boss. I don't think he's the final boss. He's like a mid-level boss. Like you halfway through the game, you starting to uncover too much information. Now you got to go up against the lieutenant. So
okay. That's
who I think the man in yellow is. I don't think he's like the actual overall entity empowering all of the people. But I agree that, in my mind, I think like all of this stuff happened in like the early 1500s, and this dude was like a snake oil salesman going from town to town until he stumbled across something that was bigger than he could handle. And I think he actually ended up helping people sacrifice their children in order to gain eternal life. And that's pretty much his origin, because he looked like a Jasper, right? Like when you look at his shirt, he got them old 18, like, one of them joints that you see in Oregon Trail, like you got malaria and die. He looked like one of those, right?
He do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think he's from that time period.
He also looks like a cracked out version of Victor's dad.
You think what?
I'm not saying that they all look the same, but I'm saying that he looks like a cracked out version of Victor's dad.
A cracked out version of Victor's dad. Oh, so you think that it could possibly be Victor's dad type thing, just in a different form, like angry, coming back, like, yo, y'all did this to my son. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna make you all. Well, didn't we already? I mean, some people think that it's actually Victor.
Some people think it's Martin. Some people think it's Ethan. There's a lot of theories out there. Like, I know somebody in the comments is going to drop one of their favorite theories, but there's a lot of theories out there. Look, Isaac Claymore said the man in yellow is Jasper. See?
The man in yellow is Jasper. The man in yellow is the doll now? Is that what we think? So,
or the doll is based on the man in yellow.
Oh, maybe. Because maybe the doll is just a vessel, like another communication, like the radios in the diner and the radio at Colony House. Maybe it's just another vessel to communicate and influence things.
Okay. Is there a possibility that he? I mean, because it's hard for me to say that he's Jasper when he's also the one that talked over the radio, right, Carrie? Carrie, shout out to Carrie in the comments. Who that said it was Jasper? Oh, my bad. That's Isley. Isley, man, what year was you born? Isley Jenkins from out here in Newport, Michigan. I don't know. It's hard to really depict that. Also, what the Randall thing? That ended weird. Am I tripping? Like, what was the conclusion of the Randall thing? Like, they kind of opened up a door and just left it open.
We needed some more because I feel like that's a plot thing that people are going to forget by the time season 4 premieres. And we're all going to have to be rewatching and being like, where were we going with this? Because they'll probably hit us with some shit in the first 2 episodes and we'll be like, wait, hold on.
Huh? Right. Yeah. Cause what if? Like, what the fuck? Like, so I don't know what's going on with him and with the girls up in the hospital, so to speak. But also, like, they keep alluding to what it is that happened when they all got sucked up into the whatchamacallit, right? But as of this moment, do we really know whether or not they all have the same powers? Because Julie out here walking in other people's stories, you know what I'm saying? All Randall gets is attacked by locusts every 30 minutes, you know what I'm saying, in his head, and that's his superpower. Like, what was he about to do anyway? What was he going? What was he going to do? Was he
shits out?
Is that what he was doing? Like, yo, my man is wilding. Comments, speak to me. What is going on with Randall? What's going on with them up at the Thruple House, which is what I'm gonna start calling it if they don't get things together. Because you got Comedy House and you got Thruple House. All right, it's like, what's going on? And shout out to Carrie for saying the BIW. That's how you know you in too deep. You know, the MIW, the BIW, the MIY, all these acronyms.
She got too much to say. It's too much to write out everybody's names. We gonna cut it down. We gonna be
that's right. I know that's right, man. Well, listen, this is a whole crazy shenanigan. I don't know. I still got more questions. All right. We still waiting. I don't know. Maddie may or may not pull up. If she don't, no worries. We'll just keep talking from. Here's
what did y'all think about Smiley coming back?
Disturbed. Disturbing. I'm hoping to ask Elgin. I need to stop calling him that because his name is Nathan. His mama called him Nathan. I'm gonna call him Nathan. But I'm hoping to maybe get some insight from Nathan, maybe about like what's involved with the let me not, let me focus on Elgin's character. Let me not focus on him. But I'm just wondering, like, what do they make? How do they make his face? Is that his real smile? Like, it's really creepy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
his face hurt. I know his face hurt.
Yeah. It hurt. Why? Is it like the Joker thing where, like, you remember in the original Batman where they kind of put this shit in his face and he's kind of looking like that the whole time? Like, that is a very disturbing. I don't know. What do you think about it, Ant?
What do you mean, Smiley smile or Elgin smile?
Smiley. What do you think about Smiley?
Oh no, that's natural. That's organic. I done interviewed this man. He couldn't turn that shit off. It's like the lights was always on for this man. It does not turn off. And I really enjoy when his character is around because he just makes you feel like he just makes you uncomfortable to be around with that creepy ass smile. Like he's somebody who does this effortlessly. So I always enjoy his character. Don't let him talk too much, but I always enjoy his character just being that silent, threatening, like kind of like Jason, right? Like I don't need to say a word. So I'm excited to see him come back, but I'm really curious about that whole scene as a whole, mainly because, like, one, we found out the monsters just can't die, right? If you kill a monster, somebody's getting pregnant. Somebody's gonna get pregnant. Somebody's gonna get pregnant.
And there's nobody showing up with Plan B in Fromville, so
nah.
Yeah, they got a diner, they got a church, but they ain't got no pharmacy.
Nope. Planned Parenthood said it's out of our jurisdiction.
All right. But go ahead, Ant.
No, but yeah, I'm really curious about what that scene means, but also, like, how does the zombie lady relate to the monsters? We never seen that interaction before. That was the first time we seen them together. And then it's like, for a long time, a lot of us were assuming that she would be antagonistic towards the monsters. Like maybe she was a victim that's trying to get revenge, like an Onryo or some other Japanese spirit. But now she's their midwife. She's their demon doula. Like, she's bringing in
midwife. That's what I'm gonna call her from now on, the demon doula.
Yeah, helping them out.
Midwife. Yo, all right. Well, I want to take issue with something you said, and not take issue, but just kind of maybe counter it a little bit. You say that the monsters can't die, but that's not true. They can die. They just can be brought back to life, right? That's a little bit more accurate. So there is a way to kill them. It's just a matter of how do you prevent the babies from being reborn, if that's even a possibility. It feels like there is a way. Well, what you say, Nolly?
Hysterectomies for everybody. You just gonna have to do it old school.
It don't matter. Fatima wasn't supposed to.
This was not natural vaginal birth. Yes, Nolly. This was. They sliced her open, yo. This was straight alien freaking birth type. I mean, I don't know. Was it? I mean, was it natural birth?
She gave birth. It's just. I felt like it was hella quick. It was just hella quick.
That baby grew. Baby, there's a miracle grow baby. Like, well, good Lord. No.
Like a chia pet.
So I guess the way you kill them, Anthony, is once they die, if you get the right bile from the right, dead, being or whatever, I suppose, or if you get the right, worm under your skin from said prisoner in certain tower, then once your reincarnate baby shows up, just stop eating. That's how you kill them, because remember, the baby was gone when she stopped eating. So all you have to do is start. Yo, why you look like that? This is true. This is facts. The baby was gone. Nathan. See, now I can't. Elgin had to go and feed her. She's like, oh, it's okay. You just got to feed the baby. The baby ain't eating. That's why the baby left, because you wasn't feeding the baby all of that good inside juice that they was eating, that they need to eat. And we were like, all right, cool. So that's what it is. So that is how you kill a monster in From, Anthony, just in case you ain't know.